This is about defending democracy. This is no longer Democrats versus Republicans. What do you want your kids to believe in? There must be give and take.
This is White Flag with Joe Walsh.
I watched that thing yesterday. I watched that Trump press conference down at Mar-a-Lago yesterday. Let me make a couple points this Friday. Yes, Trump is who he is. I watched the whole thing. He's utterly unfit. He's completely self-absorbed. He spent 90 minutes lying. That can't be said enough. Donald Trump gave a 90-minute press conference yesterday and spent 90 minutes lying. We're so used to this. We've grown so used to him lying. He said his inauguration crowd was bigger than the crowd that was there for Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech in Washington, D.C. Donald Trump said his MAGA base makes up 75% of America. Trump said that. Donald Trump said everyone in America, he said everyone wanted Roe v. Wade overturned. Trump is who he is. And he spent 90 minutes lying. He spent 90 minutes complaining. He spent 90 minutes bitching and moaning. You watch that? At least me, I watched that and just confirmed for me again what a horrible human being he is, how utterly unfit he is. But that's not what sat in my craw all day yesterday, and that's not what I thought of as I watched Trump yesterday, how bad and horrible and unfit he is. That was not my biggest takeaway. Let me say really quickly here, Kamala Harris, I'm all in. I'm all yours. I'm part of Republicans for Harris, doing whatever I can to make sure you beat that unfit guy. But Kamala Harris, you need to have a press conference and you need to take questions from the media. It's been 19 days and you haven't. You need to. You need to take questions from voters. If I'm Kamala Harris, have a town hall every damn night. Have a town hall every day. Take questions from real people. You need to do that. You owe that to the American voter. And by the way, Kamala Harris, I think you'd be really good at it. But no, this is what ate at me as I sat and watched the 90 minutes of Donald Trump yesterday. I thought about all the hard work that's ahead of us after this election. Trump's got to lose. And I think he will lose. And I hope that he loses by a lot. But then in my mind, and this is what I thought about all day yesterday after I watched him, is the hard work we've got ahead of us as a country trying to truly, truly understand why so many people have been drawn to him. That's what's ahead of us, America. Look, Trump's got to lose, and I think he's going to lose. But America, if you want to keep America together, if you want to keep this experiment in democracy together, some 74, 75, 76 million people are going to vote for him. 45 to 50 million people adore and worship him, are drawn to him like the cult leader he is. America, we need to wrap our arms around this. and try to truly understand why people have been drawn to him, so that we can help understand why this country is divided, so that we can help peel people off of him. We have to do that if we want to keep America together. I believe that. I truly believe that. We can't just write 74 million people off. We can't just write 44 million people off and think that America can stay unified. We can't and we shouldn't. And by the way, I've always said, and I believe this, Trump is the result of an unhealthy country. Trump is the result of a divided country. Trump is the result of a broken politics. There are damn good, legitimate reasons for why people have clung to him for the past 7, 8, 9 years. And Democrats and independents and all of you who can't stand Trump, you better want to figure out why, and you better want to listen why after the election, after we've defeated Trump. I sure hope, right, because we're at war right now, right? The country's at war. To win the peace, to win the peace means keeping America together. And I guess what I'm saying is America ain't going to stay together if we just say, MAGA, Trump, get lost, we want nothing to do with you. We don't care what you think. We don't care why you were drawn to him. If that's where you're at, well, then screw you. But if that's where you're at, then you have no interest in keeping this experiment together. I do. I do. And it's going to take hard work after this election. After Trump loses, sitting down with his supporters, really understanding what it is that drove them to him, what is missing in our politics that drove them to him, what our government hasn't done that drove them to him, the changes in our society, the changes in our world that drove them to him, the economic changes, the social changes, all of this. He's not the answer. He's not the solution. We got to find the answer and find the solution. He's just a demagogue. But there are good, legitimate reasons, all of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly, for why people were drawn to him. That's what I kept thinking about yesterday. I paid attention to Trump for about 30 seconds because he is who he is, and he spent 90 minutes lying and talking about his crowd size. He is who he is. We need to defeat him. We need to defeat him by a lot. But what I kept thinking in my head was, after this election, the hard work begins. To try to see if we can keep this thing together. This thing we all lovingly call America. And that's not going to happen if we write off Trump's supporters. Thanks for listening. Have a good weekend. Joe Walsh here. My email, joewalshwhiteflag@gmail.com. joewalshwhiteflag, all one word, @gmail.com. Have a good weekend. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, share, and follow White Flag with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been White Flag with Joe Walsh.